the job for good, Cassie.
Yeah, no, we are not doing music anymore.
Welcome, New England, to our call. We are fresh back from the New England Masterminds last week. Barry was there. I know that. Seth. Who else? Who else was at the mastermind? We want to get a couple of ahas or takeaways from that mastermind before we dive into an amazing interview this afternoon. If you were there, come off mute. Tell us what your big action plan was leaving that mastermind. Don't make me call you out, Seth and Barry.
No.
I'll give them another second to think. My action plan from this last mastermind is to start planning next year's mastermind now.
It's on its way to planning. Yes.
You guys did a great job. It was terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you. I will share with you Brady Sandall's conversation about surprise and delight was a not to be missed conversation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Brooke is actually going to drop in the two items that he left for us during the conversation. And I encourage you all to make this a little piece of your action plan. The surprise and delight conversation should be put into your marketing, your day, your care calls, everything. Would you agree?
I will, but they have to stay for the whole call because I'm not giving them that nugget of gold right now because they're gonna go.
You're tough today. Salty.
I know I've got the tough mom voice. Listen, I spent a lot of energy last week. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought the energy just keeps flowing. Our cups just filled and filled.
Salt doesn't go away.
So Brooke, do I have any ahas? Do you have one? Come on, something.
I have a huge aha, and that is the agents of KW New England are the best in the world. Their love and how much they dug into their businesses last week. I have goosebumps talking about it. And I was just rereading our mastermind notes earlier today because I got so much from our mastermind room and Spades. If anybody was in Spades, shout out to Spades room. They're all in. And that felt so good to work and network with all in people last week. It was fun. And lots of hugs. I got so many hugs.
Brooke is definitely a hugger.
Yes. Green bracelet all the way. Team green.
All right, Brooke, why don't we jump right into our guest co-host today or speaker that we invited on and dive right in because it's a really good one.
I am. Let's spotlight all the people who need to be spotlight. I don't even know what that's word. So joining us today, boy, I look wicked nerdy today, is Jeffrey Liriano from Keller Williams, Andover, Mass. Hello, Jeffrey. I had the pleasure of working with Jeffrey for years when I was at the Andover Market Center. So I am excited to bring you up with us today. And one of the reasons you stand out is because you have such a strong social media presence. So before we dig into that, let's find out, who are you? How long have you been in the business?
Well, my name is Jeffrey Liriano. I started in the business in 2017, like May, June, and around that time. And yeah, who am I? I'm a hustler. I love to work. I actually enjoy what I do.
Yes, and that is every day that you come in. We know that. So now, did you come in and create a team immediately, or were you a solo agent?
No, so I started as a solo agent, and I started, working on a lot of stuff, trying to generate more leads. And when I started getting more leads, that's when I started, to think of building a team. That's when I took a few classes in the market center it was about hiring your first assistant. That's your first hire. It should be an assistant, not a buyer's agent, but I did it backwards. I went with a buyer's agent first and just created a lot of extra work for me. But when I decided to get the assistant, and I did, I took a step back, then things started clicking a little bit more. And that's when I just took off and decided to build the full team.
So you're telling us the models work and the systems? That's what I heard you say?
I jumped one of the steps and I felt it right away.
There was ice on the steps.
Yeah. And keep in mind, I read the MREA book. I was trying to follow it, down to the T. And I've been doing it. But when I skipped that step, it was, I felt it and I paid for it. Then I took a step back and went with the assistant first, then started going with buyers.
So Jeffrey, did you say that you've been in the business for less than 5 years?
4 years, yeah, 4 years.
Wow. Okay.
So
Just wanted to make sure I heard. I was trying to do it with my fingers. I'm not a good math person. Wanted to make sure I had that right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
4 years. Yeah.
And during a pandemic, you had amazing growth.
Oh yeah, because in the pandemic, I was the only one in the office. Nobody was coming in, so I was even walking barefoot in the office. I was in my house. There's nobody here. So I used to spend all.
Yeah,
I used to spend all
barefoot
day here and in a hoodie. Nobody's gonna come and visit me. But it was a time that I actually sat down with Moses Koa. He's also one of our team members, superstar. And we were like, okay, now that everybody's hiding, let's plan what we're gonna do when life goes back to normal. And we started like updating all the the plans, the smart plans. So I deal with a lot of Latinos. So we started translating all the plans to Spanish in order to be able to put those people in those Spanish plans. So that's what we did. We basically sat down and started working on command, creating emails, LinkedIn, Twilio. That's what in COVID time was when I started really digging into command and using it like 100%.
I paid him to say that. And like I said in the beginning, your social media presence is insane. And when I first met you years ago, that was one of the things that attracted me to your team to talk to you guys and dig into your head was you are so good at video and social media, but you didn't start with social media necessarily. You had this truck thing, this billboard thing. Can you explain it?
Yeah. So I had an LED truck. So it's basically a U-Haul truck, a 14-footer, and it has waterproof LED screens on both sides. And we had waterproof speakers on it as well. So I was using it as, it was a marketing company. So we were doing marketing for all type of, nightclubs, restaurants, police stations, and all type of special events. But at the time that it was not being used, I was utilizing it to market myself. So I created, ads. If there was a big event like a parade or anything, I will go ahead and park the truck in the parade. So that's how I was utilizing the truck.
That's insane. So then let's talk about video, because I got to sit in on a video editing with a shark that you guys did. You have done some insane things, but talk about video and how that has changed you and social media and the relationship with your clients.
So since I started in real estate, I remember 2017, it's been, the future is video. The future is video, to stop doing regular flyers and go with videos. So I've been doing broadcasting for about 14 years now. So I am comfortable in the microphone. I am comfortable in front of a camera. So that is a huge plus, because most of the agents, that's the first problem, is that they are scared of starting. I already was scared, 15 years ago. So now I'm not scared, because I go up in the radio, I do public speaking very regularly. So for me, it's like an extra advantage, because that was my previous job. I've been a broadcaster. I was a broadcaster. So, but the videos, we started doing a real estate coffee break. So we did a little, basically project where we are picking topics that are the hot topics in real estate at the moment. So we're doing videos for Instagram, and we also compile those videos and upload it in YouTube. And it's basically, we take topics like how to make an offer in today's date, the competition, how's the inventory, is there going to be a market crash, are buyers delusional? So we make these videos very interactive. We try to edit them very up to date with everything that is going on in social media. So I got to give props to my brother. My brother is the editor. So he's really good. He's also a teacher. He teaches this at Movement City at the Boys and Girls Club. So he is working with me now. He is my marketing manager. So we've been doing these videos, and I get a lot of leads because people will see it. They might not comment or even like it, but they'll send a private message and they'll start asking questions. And that just, we go with it.
Curious. You're getting people
Yeah.
curious. And you guys are so approachable in your videos. And when we go to our content after, I want you to drop your info and how people can watch what you're doing in the chat. Right. Let's make some friends. But let's watch what Jeffrey's doing. And
my assistant, Jamie Camarada, is going to be doing it.
Oh, she's going to kick your butt now.
I'm doing it.
Thank you. So my last question for you before we start getting to our content is, if agents are nervous about putting themselves out on social media, what do you say to them?
I would say that what you need to do is, people want to overdo it. People want to make sure that they have the best camera, the best lighting, the best background, the best this, the best topic, the best, and people never start. If you don't start, you will never even fail. So I think that you just need to keep it simple. Do a video, a selfie video in front of a house, right? You're not going to go wrong. Record 1,000 of them if you have to, but don't try to do too much. Do something simple. Hey, I'm here at the listing 123 Main Street. Just want to invite everybody to the open house. This property is 3 beds, 2 baths, blah, 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 4,000 square feet. I'll see you guys here. Boom. You upload it. What is going to happen to that is you're going to start building a lot of confidence, because you're going to see it. People are going to comment, hey, you did a great job. Even if you suck, you got those people that are always cheering for you. They're going to be like, hey, great video. You're going to start feeling better and better and better. You're going to start becoming more comfortable in recording the videos, but you have to start. You have to make a mistake. I've talked to agents that they're writing a whole script, like if they're writing a movie, and they're writing everything word by word. Have bullet points. I want to say 3 beds, 2 baths, 4,000 square feet. All right, and focus just on that. Don't write a whole script. You're not writing a song or a movie. But if you want to, when you want to be perfect, you will never finish the product and put it out. And if you do something, people laugh, probably one person is going to laugh and they're going to tell somebody. And that person tells somebody, and they start resharing your video, even to laugh at you, but they're going to know you're a realtor. But at least, you're going to get shared. Just do it. Just do the first one and put it out.
So let's just say this again, because I think this deserves attention in every aspect of what we do. If you don't start, you won't even fail, right? So guys, we give you the content. We give you, just do it. Just put it out there, right? Just start somewhere. Start small. Start posting. Dust off your Facebook. You can do forgot password if you don't even know how to log in. There are ways to start doing this. Jen, do you have any follow-up or, I'm sure you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that was such good advice, Jeffrey. And I love to ask this. If you were to know what you know now, when you got started with this, what would you do differently?
I would have started a team right away. I would have started investing in the lead generation models that I have now, that I've noticed that, and I would have started cold calling right away. Cold calling was like my biggest thing at the beginning. My first week in real estate, I cold called and got 2 listings my first week. I would have started cold calling sooner, and I would have hired, ISA sooner. But you always have that fear that you don't have the money. What about if it doesn't work? But now that I do know that it works, I would have invested the money blindly. But I would say start investing in generating leads more than anything. And overall, the first thing I would have done, start reading books. I didn't do it until Jamie freaking put me against the wall to basically read a book.
Yeah.
She basically harassed me until I read a book by John Maxwell, Developing the Leader Within You. And then I became obsessed with reading a book like every week, sometimes 2 books in 1 week. But it gave me, it opened my mind to a lot of stuff when it came to like the 3 L's, leads, listings, and leverage. And all I was thinking was just work, work, work. When I started just focusing on listings, I saw that I was using my time better and I was making more money. Obviously focusing on leads, generating more listing leads. And then when I went on the leverage side, that I hire ISAs, transaction coordinators and all that, that's when I saw the big boom in my business.
That's amazing.
So the L in Laureano is actually leverage, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
What is the one
Yeah.
book that you would recommend to the 87 people on this call first?
One book. So there's two books. So there was a book that opened my eyes when it comes to investing in real estate. That's another thing that I started doing, investing, and I've been doing pretty good on that side. But when it comes to real estate, like the Millionaire Real Estate Agent is basically the blueprint, the basic blueprint. But the thing is that you don't do anything with a gun if you don't know how to shoot, or if you're not pulling the trigger. And in this case, we have the book, but we don't read it. We read the book, but we don't do what the book is saying to do. At the end of the day, you have to do what the book says. It doesn't matter which book I'm gonna tell you to read. You can read Atomic Habits, and it's a great book, but if you don't start doing any type of the habits, you didn't read anything. Knowledge is power, but if you don't use your power, it's like you don't even have it. You know, if you're Superman and you don't fly, why are you Superman for it, right? Go ahead and fly. So I would say reading the MREA book is a book that is like down to the T of what you need to do. And if people get stuck on, they want to go ahead and sell right away, 50 million, 100 million, they want to make $1 million. And it looks so far when you're looking at it that way. But if you look at it step by step, you're going to start growing. But the patience has got to be there. And you got to take actions. You really got to be about it. If you just read it and like, you're not doing anything.
So Jeffrey, you're hitting right on the head for me because my word for 2022 is action. So what is your word? Do you have a word for this year?
Consistency.
Consistency.
Yeah.
I like that word.
Absolutely.
Ron Campanito here called me Mr. Consistent. So I like it.
But it's true, right? I want that to like resonate with some people because what you're saying is so important. It's so important. But you know what the reality is, only 20% of this call might even do something from today's conversation. And that's just the statistic. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But if everybody wrote that down, is to take action and be consistent with that. Wow, how could that change your world in less than 5 years? In less than 5 years, you've done. And tell us a little bit about your team. Where are you right now? What are the stats?
So for the year on the contract, we did roughly, well, myself, I went, in GCI, I did like 1,014,000, something like that. The whole team as a whole, we were 1.3, 1.4 GCI. About 16 million in sales, but on the contract that we did for the year was 84 million. That some of those moved to January. What else? So my team is, right now, I just added 2 new buyers agents. So I have 9 agents right now. I was operating on 6 agents for last year. Now I added, 3 more. I have a transaction coordinator, individual transaction coordinator. It doesn't work for anybody else, just individually for us. And I have ISAs. So I have virtual ISAs that, help me with the follow-ups, the lead generation. And, we do different buckets. Like I run ads in the radio station, Facebook, IG. I do seminars, first-time homebuyer seminar. And those have been super successful because the last one that we did, we had 150 people inside. And right now, we're doing April 16, we're doing UMass Lowell in the lecture room, 500 people, and the event is almost sold out.
Wow.
The event is right now at a 75%, and we still got 30 days more to go. So we will be able to do an event there, 500 people. And out of those 500, every single time I do it here, it's like about 100 people that come to the market center. But when I noticed that, we were able to do something bigger, I decided to go after, filling up UMass Lowell. I think that's going to be crazy. So the event is April 16 at 12 p.m.
And that's a first-time
Wow.
home buyer seminar?
So I'm doing first-time home buyer seminar, and it's also, we're going to talk about how to get ready to sell your property and a little bit of investing, flipping and buying and holding. Because I know a lot of people are looking for those type of seminars, and normally you have to pay, top dollar. This one I'm doing it for free. So anybody can just go and sign up and go to the seminar.
I love this. And you know what? We could probably talk the next 10 minutes about this, but we have to get over to content just really quickly. 2 questions. One, what was the investment book you were going to recommend? Because you said 2. So the MREA, and what was the second one?
So I after I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, the next one in line after Rich Dad Poor Dad is Cash Flow Quadrant.
Okay.
So I think that's one of the best books. It's also, it just talks about how you get taxed and how you should be making your money on the right side. Whoever read it know what the right side and left side is. So that is a really good book to read. And also the Millionaire Real Estate Investor.
So good.
It's also a blueprint or of exactly what you need to be doing. I started implementing those, and this year I would say that I did pretty good in the investing side in real estate.
Well, Gary Keller says buy dirt. So I think you're listening to his key phrase there. One last thing, and then we do have to get over to the content. How do you get 500 people to an event? Like, what was the process to invite these people and them to say yes? Because I know that that's been a big challenge for a lot of us.
So, as I said, that I've been doing broadcasting for a lot of years. So I am going to call it sort of a local celebrity. So a lot of people know me, and I have a lot of good pull when it comes to this event. But at the same time, my biggest forte is marketing. So the marketing that I've been running, again, radio, Facebook videos in the marketing, Facebook ads, IG ads. We're running ads on Facebook stories. TikTok right now, the algorithm and TikTok are amazing. So we're running a lot of ads over there. And also our database, like people that have called us and they're not ready, we're also inviting those people. So basically what I'm saying is that I'm using every single tool that I have in my power to pull everybody to come to the seminar. So everything that is in my power, basically, I'm using. Awesome.
Well, thank you so much. Stay with us. Right now, we're going to flip over to providing some content. And Jeffrey, if this is your first time on the call, you're going to be kind of, I don't know, impressed by what we're going to give here. We give this every single week. We give content to everybody to use in their social media platform and other ways to help call their database and such. So Cassie, would you mind sharing our content for this week?
Yeah, and while I'm sharing the screen, this is going to be you heard it here first. Save the date. The link is not out yet, but coming out this week is going to be the link, since Jeffrey mentioned the book, the MREI course with Gene Rivers on April 22nd.
Jeffrey, you'll want to come to that. It's in person.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a hybrid event. So we'll have in-person seating, limited in-person seating, and Zoom tickets as well.
Nice.
Hey, Brooke and Cassie, I'm going to let you guys take this away because I have a small screen.
It's okay. It's okay. So let's talk about my favorite thing, social media presence, right, guys? So KW gives you a ton of information on how to spice up your social media presence through outfront.kw.com. So if you guys click that link this week, it's going to take you there. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. They give you so much stuff. And one of the things they talk about is how over 72% of people are on social media. So if you're not, you are missing something. Also, people don't Google anymore. They Facebook stalk you. All right. Next one, Cassie.
I still Google everything, by the way.
I do not. I go to Facebook and I look to see if things are dusty or if you respond to people or your presence. So this one.
Right.
So if you
go
got it,
ahead,
Cassie. Yeah, you can go for it.
Okay, so for Tuesday, we have our capital gains graphic. So I'm not going to read the whole caption for you, but there's a great caption for you to put in there. And it says, what is capital gains tax? Selling a home, your profits may be taxable. Brooke, anything you want to add on top of this?
Yeah, so this is one of those ones where I love that it builds engagement. Make sure you're saying at least a sentence with 5 words or more when you're replying to people. But this is also a great way to get those who are CPAs or accountants or are a part of this world into the conversation as well. So make sure you're tagging them correctly. And this is FAQ for sellers, guys. So what are the most frequently asked questions we're seeing or hearing, right? This breaks it down for them. This is another thing where it's tag them as listing or sellers or however you put it into your data bank. But what are my options if I haven't found another house yet? How much money will I actually walk away with? What is the timeline to sell my house? So I love those. Do you want to take the extra fun one, Cassie?
This one's fun. I love this one. And I did answer all the questions, by the way. I think I got them right.
I haven't gotten a chance to look at this today, so this is giving me a great laugh. I love this. So on St. Patrick's Day on Thursday, you can put this out there, a fun interactive graphic for your people out there in your Facebook world. Test your luck with some St. Patty's Day trivia. How well do you know your green characters?
It's a really fun one. Do it with your friends or your market center and send it out. This is a really fun one to do. You could even gamify it, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I would. If I was sending this out to my clients, I would gamify it some way, somehow, with the first person to get all of them right. Put everybody in the drawing that gets all of them right. Something like that. Gamify it.
Absolutely. And send them a little silly gift, right? Send them a little silly gift, bring all this info back. But again, just engage with your social media. If they post something on your page, post something back, talk to them, but then make sure you take those notes back to your data bank and get everything in there so you never forget those conversations.
Jeffrey, what did you think of the content? Unmute.
I think that I'm gonna do a video on the capital gains.
All right.
Yeah.
And send
Can't
out
wait
that
to see
trivia.
it.
It's fun.
It is fun. All right, Cassie, what are we giving away today? We are giving away
And you're not going to be able to see it because I have my blurry screen over here, but our KW New England 2022 journal will be coming out to you today for our winner.
Ooh. I love those, by the way. It's that paper that feels good with pen. Like if you're a nerd about those things, you know.
All right. So here's the thing. If you're wondering where you get all the resources from today, or if you want to jump on the Facebook group that we have with all of the older content we have, we've been doing this for over a year now, Jeffrey. Over a year we do this every single Monday. The resources are in that Google Drive that Cassie just dropped in the chat section. So make sure you grab it there or on our Facebook page, or hey, we even have a YouTube channel that it gets dropped into. So we got many resources for you to find us. All right, Cassie, let's give away this book.
Today's winner going out to KW Evolution is Jean Marie Minton. So Jean Marie, are you on? Can you?
Woohoo! Jean Marie,
And I'm one of those
hi.
nerds who loves to take notes on a nice journal. Oh, cool.
Yay.
And this was really great. Thank you, Jeffrey, for this stuff. To this dinosaur here, to hear from you was really cool. These calls are the bomb.
Thank you. You're
The bomb,
welcome.
you guys heard it here from Jean Marie. It's
bomb.
the bomb.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, congratulations. And thank you for being on the call and the support. And Jeffrey, thank you so much. You dropped so many amazing nuggets on the call today. I can't thank you enough for taking some time with the New England region. I hope you come back again sometime.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Can we just say the best line was, if you don't start, you won't even fail?
Yes.
Right? I wrote that down
Oh.
5 times over, so I
Mic
wouldn't
drop.
forget it.
So
That deserves
good.
like a meme.
Yeah.
Black and white
Yes.
meme.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's 2:30. Get on with your day. We'll see you next Monday. Bye.
Have a good one. Thank you.